Hey Gemini, welcome back to Crystal's Tarot, or welcome if you're new. Please consider subscribing. I would really appreciate it. This is going to be a bonus reading for Gemini. I really appreciate how much everybody's really been interested and invested their time and energy into the Gemini video. It seems like it has resonated with a lot of people, so I just wanted to follow up and give you guys some other messages and see what I can give you guys that will resonate for you. There's a lot of people that watch that, so I wanted to see how many messages I can get out as much as possible and just see what Spirit wants to advise. This reading isn't necessarily going to go in any specific direction. We're just going to see what comes up. I'm not necessarily drawn to do a Celtic cross, but we'll see what comes up. Freedom came out, just wanted to make its presence known. So I feel like you're doing things different. I feel like you're having the power and the authority. You're feeling the authority to more be yourself, be authentically you. I feel like there was a period of time where you were once didn't feel so comfortable to be yourself, but I feel like you're starting to be more so, and you're starting to become more of yourself. You're starting to be comfortable expressing the things that you find enjoyable instead of worrying what somebody else is going to think about it. I like that energy for you, Gemini. Gemini for February. Gemini for February. Okay, we're going to have one more shuffle. Gemini for February. Gemini for February. Hold on, guys. Lately, the cards are just all over the place. So you have truth. And with it coming out in the reverse initially, I'm going to say there's something that you don't know yet. There might be somebody hiding something from you in your environment. But let's see. Hold on. Okay. It did come in the upright from the being in the reverse. So I feel like your intuition is going to tell you something. Then you have talent following that. I feel like, again, your intuition, you know something. I feel like your intuition is one of your great talents. You see how she's in a bubble, her space suit. Sorry, I can't speak. I feel like there's some sort of traveling that you're going towards, or there was some sort of truth that led you to travel away for some of you. And then you have justice. You're going towards justice. Gemini is seeking truth and justice. Hold on. So see, you have the truth and the justice card. I don't know if you guys can see it. So you have truth and the justice card. And then there's you that has a talent that seeks, there's a special ability within you, Gemini, whoever this message is for. This is a special Gemini. You have special energy. You can go, you can go into crazy situations where people are hiding things, and you can naturally know what's yours, what's true, what's authentic. But I don't feel like you always followed your intuition. I don't feel like there were times you didn't like what you were downloading about somebody else. And so you just try to act but you try to dismiss it. You try to give them the benefit of the doubt. You try to act like everything was all good. Sorry, guys. I don't know why sometimes my little incense, it's one of the ones that are the backflow. And if you guys haven't used these, they're freaking awesome. You should pick one up. They're the backflow incense. But you got to get a special burner for it. But they're pretty reasonably priced. But I love these freaking incense burners and the incense. But for some of them have like small holes at the bottom and they don't burn as well. But so I feel like there's like you're starting to acknowledge the truth within you. Like oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Let me see. Trying to get it so you guys can see. So you see how right here in the talent card, she's reaching for a truth. She's reaching for something within her knowledge, within her awareness, right? She's seeking it. And then right here, right here, that same thing that she was seeking, she has it within her, like an element. She went and sought and she brought some back. And that's in the truth card. So so hold on, guys. I don't have a talent in holding a million cards. And I just bit my tongue. So I don't know. There might be like something you're trying to say, but it's not coming out right. And I'm chewing gum. Something you're trying to say and it's not coming out right. Something you're trying to like communicate information. This like there's something you sought out, right? Maybe this will work better. There was something that you went and you sought out. You see the little like and then there was even like bigger realization that you didn't there was something that you were seeking out. I felt like you were protected in your search, but I felt like it was like a unique search. It was something unique and individual to you. It wasn't something that everybody does. It wasn't like a trip everybody takes. It was like something that you were intuitively guided for. Like something part of your journey, part of your destiny. There was something part of you that was intended to go on this journey. Now I felt like you went and you got it. Seek and ye shall find. And you see, like from this perspective, it looks like a little lamp, right? It looks like a little flame. And my flame's sorry, my flame's not even on. So you went and you tried to seek something, but you did receive it. You did receive that clarity, that truth. Like you brought back this information with you. It's a truth within you. Now you're looking at it and you have it and you're kind of like reflecting on it, trying to figure out like what do you do with it? How do you use this information? I feel like it's information. You know something now. You learned something. You went and sought after something because you were inspired for something. Now you have the Justice card. So I feel like it came about finally. Whatever it was for you, it brought balance. It brought fairness. Like you sought after fairness and balance for yourself. There was something when you looked at what you were creating at some point, you didn't like the way that your information, your knowledge, you didn't like the way that you were being like directed, inspired. There was an element of hold on, guys, give me a second. Nacia, can you give me my phone?
Where's it at?
I'm not sure.
Right here. Yeah.
No, not that one, the other one. there was an element of you like the information that you were sharing with other people. I don't feel like they were using it wisely. Like you were trying to help somebody and to motivate them, encourage them, to move them along, and inspire them. But it feels like that information wasn't used well. Um, like it basically, like you gave somebody good advice and they didn't do anything with it. Thank you. And they didn't do anything with it. And so you had learned a lesson in that, basically not to do things for other people, not to invoke for other people. For some of you, be careful with that if that's what you're doing. But I felt like you had learned something in the process of this about now you have to, like basically not everybody is worth your information. Not everybody is worth your time. Sometimes your lesson is to know when to walk away. Sometimes your lesson, your part of the journey is to not sit there and wait and wait and wait and be there and be there and be there. Sometimes you just need to like simply be done with it. Learn to walk away from people. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to make sure that I did my title the correct way. And my stuff's a little, whatever. Anyways, let's keep it moving. What's over here? You have clarity and lighten your load in the reverse. So even though you do know something, you don't know how to process it. You don't know how to engage with it. Like what you don't necessarily know how to turn your thoughts into action, but I feel like you're in the process of that. I feel like there's ways that you can make things easier on yourself, but you don't. I feel like you're leaning on spirit a lot these days. There's something you're trying to ground. There's an inspiration you have that you're trying to ground into reality. Let's see, what is Spirit's advice on how to do that? For those of you that resonates with. I was like, I'm going to just put some cards out here so it's easier for me to access instead of having to pull them out and all that. But I feel like it kind of steals my table space at the same time too, though. But at the same time, it's very convenient. It's a lot better than having to reach for a box. But at the same time, I have a lot of boxes to reach for if I need to reach for more. But I don't necessarily have the space right now for all that. Hold on, this is really bugging me, so I gotta fix this. I can deal with the incense, but the fact that I forgot to light the candle is annoying to me. And for those of you who haven't tried the wood wicks, you should try them. They're pretty freaking cool. I like the way that they burn. I like the sound they make. It's like a little campfire. It's cute. You have the 6. You have the 6 of Wands. It originally came in the upright, but then when I dropped it or jumped out of my hand, it's now in the reverse. So for some of you, be careful because there's the ability, like if you can flip this energy into the upright, you will have this victory. But if you continue to carry it in this way where it's like it's kind of being stubborn, it's like feeling like you know something to be true and not being willing to consider new information or consider all the facts. It's a little bit of like it's kind of like, I want to say a little, don't shoot the messenger. Take it as it resonates. It's kind of a little bit like ego driven, and pride driven. So make sure you try to get your victory and be willing to see things clearly, be willing to be honest, be genuine, sincere. But you got this, Gemini. Let's see. What's advice for Gemini for February 2023? Last shuffle. Advice for Gemini. You have the Queen of Wands. Yeah, sorry, I'm not wearing my glasses. It's kind of dark. So I feel like this over here, where you're not, you have the light in your load and clarity, again, in the reverse. This is how they came, and this is how we want them, right? So you need to be willing to allow people to help you. Allow people to come in and provide you assistance when you're dealing with stuff that is too hard for you. Be willing to acknowledge that the other people can contribute to you, and it doesn't take anything from you. You can also, like, it's okay to acknowledge you're wrong. It's okay to acknowledge that sometimes we move too quick. Sometimes we assume things. Sometimes we jump to false assumptions. I don't know why the assuming things has like came along. You might have assumed something, but Spirit's advising you to stand in your confidence, stand in your power. That's going to help you to like reclaim your power in a situation. For those of you that resonates with. Hold on. Let me see. Gemini for February. Gemini. You have reached out. So again, those of you who need to lighten your load, there's somebody's willing to help you. You just need to reach out. You need to let somebody know. You have karma. You need to let somebody know, like for some of you, there's an area that somebody can help you, but they need to know that you need help, or they need to know that something is too much of a burden for you. You have organized the mind, and it came out in the reverse. So there's something that you haven't really processed fully in your mind. You might not have enough time to process your thoughts as much as you would like. I feel like you're very busy. You have a lot going on. I feel like Spirit's got your back, though. To me, it looks like a lady right here. She's using her intuition. It looks like she's being comforted, right? She's being like held by a spirit. I feel like there's something that's growing for you. You have personal alchemy. You're creating something. You're manifesting something, Gemini. Again, creating. You're creating something. You're manifesting something. There's something that you're very inspired and inclined to do or follow. How does Gemini? Okay. For some of you, you need to write a book. You need to write a letter. You need to communicate with somebody by written direction, written form. You might need to text somebody. I don't know what this is for you, but there's something you need to communicate. There might be an offer that you're trying to provide, or you want somebody to consider. You might be, for some of you, I felt like there's like a book or something you're trying to create to help other people do things better, live better, have choices on how to do things, have more awareness on the resources that they have available to them. There's some sort of like you're helping by getting people to love themselves and want to create something. You're trying to communicate something that allows other people to have opportunities, that draws people to manifest and create something that they have a genuine emotional tie to and an investment that they feel inspired and connected towards. It has something to do with time and how they engage with time. You're wanting to communicate that people have some sort of authority in something. I don't know. I'm going to change this part. We're going to move on from here because I feel like it's getting personal and this is a general message. At the bottom of the deck, you have the Page of Pentacles. So I feel like there's some sort of opportunity that you're creating or that's manifesting behind the scenes for you, Gemini. I feel like you're doing something. You're inspired to create and manifest something. How does Gemini do that? What's Spirit's advice for Gemini? What's Spirit's advice? Okay, then. You have the Moon card, speaks about not knowing something, not understanding something, having confusing emotions. The Six of Pentacles. So you need to bring balance towards whatever you have emotions towards that you don't fully understand. There's something that you have an emotional tie towards that you don't allow yourself to fully see the person, place, or thing, whatever the situation is. And that causes a lack of balance within you. But you have the clarity down here. So I feel like you're going to become aware of something. It's going to help change your environment in some way, shape, or form. But you need to bring balance towards this. You need to be willing to like be honest with yourself and the other person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you, whatever it is that you have an emotional tie towards that causes you like confusing emotions that you don't really understand your emotions the full extent. You need to be honest with that energy and bring balance and allow that energy to, I heard mature, but I wanted to say engage and interact. There's a necessary energy to move away from the things that are no longer serving you, the energy that causes you to have mental conflicts, the energy that you have to argument and compete with. You have to stand up for yourself and defend yourself, verbally, mentally, whatever that energy is for you. You need to leave that energy behind. It's not serving you. You're heading towards better things. I feel like it has a lot to do with your emotions. Like the Six of Pentacles is between the Moon card and the Six of Swords. So that's telling me that you need to find whatever that is for you, that it like there's something deep within you that is like the thorn in your side, the thorn in your side. It's like you have emotions towards it that you don't understand, whether it's a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you, Gemini. And you're inspired to do something, but you don't know necessarily how to bring that balance. You don't know what it is you're supposed to do. You like try to just move about your day and act like this energy isn't there necessarily. And you don't want to have like this energy where you're like fighting with yourself about whatever it is you're thinking or feeling about something. I feel like it's hard for you to make that connection between what it is that you're wanting. And I feel like you want something that you deny yourself or isn't available to you. For some of you, take it as it resonates. Don't force the messages. But there's a need to bring balance towards your emotions, to realize like whatever you're thinking, it's okay. Like there's like a need to release this confusing energy. Like whatever this energy is for you, you need to move away from that like, okay, I'm going to say like this. If you're constantly in that energy of feeling something for someone or thinking about someone, and then you keep on saying, no, I'm tripping, I'm crazy, I don't feel that way, I don't think that, you're basically being self-abusive emotionally self-abusive. It's denying your own emotions, denying your own thoughts. It's as if you were living with you, and every time you went to speak, you told yourself to shut up, don't say that, don't think that, don't like, and you just shut yourself down every time you had a thought or emotion that you didn't feel comfortable with. So I feel like you need to like settle down that energy, like leave that energy behind. Like doing that is not helpful for you. Like by running from this energy constantly, it's just like constantly chasing you. So be willing to like focus on that energy and see what it is. Like I feel like you're holding down something, and I feel like you need to face it. Like whatever your truth is for you, like be willing to look in the mirror, be willing to acknowledge that, and be truthful with yourself. Even if you don't like how you feel, that's okay. But you feel how you feel, and that's okay. Now we have, sorry. Then you have the Star card. So you're going to have some sort of healing. You're going to have some sort of wish fulfillment. And then you have the Eight of Cups, because you're no longer like the things, like you don't have to fight against yourself. You don't have to sit there and put yourself down, be upset with yourself and irritated with yourself because you're having thoughts that are feelings that you don't understand or that you don't want to be having. You're going to have some sort of healing in that, and you're going to start accepting, like, my feelings are how they feel, and it is what it is. Like, I feel like you're going to start being more comfortable with yourself and your own energy. And I feel like you're going to allow yourself to kind of see what this energy is and what it means for you, and start kind of having like new adventures. I feel like you being open to your thoughts is going to allow the universe to be more open towards you. Like allowing yourself to feel how you're feeling and thinking and knowing that that's okay. It's going to expand your environment, your options, your opportunities. There's great blessings coming in. Okay. So Spirit's serious. You need to like, this is going to help your stability, your environment. You're going to feel confident, and it's going to help create these opportunities. Like the more that you walk away and leave these difficult energies of not understanding yourself and fighting yourself through it, there's a difference, Gemini. There's a difference between it's basically like, in a way, you're kind of like, what's it called? You're 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 basically, you're judgmental, and I can't even think of the word right now. Racist. You're racist towards yourself in some way, shape, or form, right? Because you're sitting there and you're judging yourself about things that you can't change. Your skin color, it is what it is. Whether you're born a male or a female, it is what it is. Like everybody's so much judging themselves and everybody else. But really, if we just like accept yourself, you are how you are who you are, and you are perfect the way you are. You are meant to be how you are. Live your moments, be in your moments, have your experiences, and allow yourself to learn and experience those and feel how you're feeling. If you keep denying yourself and shutting yourself down and transitioning into the person that you think your environment wants, that's not healthy. That doesn't create you. But the more that you become yourself and start dismissing these difficult thoughts that you're having, where you're not in your power, you're allowing other people's negative impressions to kind of impact you, negative experiences to impact you. You're remembering that more than you're not. Once you start leaving that energy, you're going to start having that energy of new opportunities coming in. And I feel like this has been going on for a long time. This is something that's been wanting to come in for a long time for you, Gemini. Okay. Sorry, my throat. I'm get a drink really quick. Make sure you stay hydrated, guys. So yeah. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you guys are off to a great 2023. From the readings that I've been having with you guys, you've definitely been learning and growing. There's been a lot of positivity going on for you. You have appreciate. So I feel like you have been appreciating. I feel like you've been going over your gratitude list. I feel like you're in that energy of like, I feel like you're being more resourceful, and you're willing to acknowledge like how much you've been blessed, how much growth you've experienced, how much healing you've experienced. Then you have communication. Some of you might be experiencing some sort of communication. Somebody might contact you. I feel like this information is going to be very helpful for you. Very, I feel like if somebody reaches out to you, and I just heard a charm, if somebody does reach out to you, if you're somebody that this resonates with, I feel like you're going to be very happy by this contact. But I don't feel like you'll be expecting it. You'll be very surprised. For some of you, this will be somebody from your past. There's some sort of communication that you're not expecting, that some of you are going to be receiving. Okay, Gemini. You have passion and manifestation. So keep in mind that if that energy that's within you, it's always creating, which you already know, right? You already know. So the moments where we're happy, we're manifesting. The moments where we're sad and we're disappointed and we're thinking about things aren't as good as we would like them to be, or somebody has things better than we do, or our person isn't around, or da 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 da. There's always a million things to not be happy about. We're always manifesting. So whatever energy you're in when you're thinking and you're having those high emotions, always remind yourself, I'm creating right now. Am I in that energy that I want to be creating with? I know when I'm in a bad mood, sometimes the best thing to do is go to sleep. And if you're at work or somewhere where you can't go to sleep, the best thing to do is like consciously bring your attention to what you are doing. I have 2 jobs right now. So one of them, I'm actively doing something, but it's the same exact thing. So I'm just mindful of like that exact same process, like every step of the process. And this is the item that I'm doing that to. This is what the item looks like and feels like and looks like. And I've just become more aware of my environment and the surroundings at that exact time. And that seems to help like bring me into the moment, like more centered than I was when I wanted to go to sleep. And remind yourself to breathe through it. It's gonna be all right. Gemini for February. I want to switch decks, but I feel like there's a little bit more to come out of this one. So let's see. Friendship. Some of you, your friends have a benefit for you, or there's like new friends that you're going to be coming in contact with. Your friendship circle is expanding for some of you. I felt like there's friends are helping you in some way, shape, or form in February. And then we got a chunk. Hold on, let's get the rest of them out. I think that was it, actually. Okay. So you have friends, you have happiness. Some of you are gonna like have celebrations. I feel like they're in February. There's gonna be like parties, birthday parties. For some of you, I know in my family we have some birthday parties in February. There's several birthday parties in February. So there might be like group gatherings for you as well. Family gatherings, social events. There's some sort of celebrations and like playful energies, happy moments, laughter in February for you. Then you have beauty. So I feel like you're falling in love. I keep getting the energy of you're being yourself more authentically. And I feel like you're falling in love with yourself. I feel like you're recognizing the beauty around you, within you and around you, within your environment, within the people in your environment. I feel like you're just enjoying life these days. I feel like you're celebrating who you are, where you are, what you've learned, what you've grown through and gone through. I feel like you know the like if you so she's looking in the mirror. And if you look in the mirror, it's actually a little kid I don't know if you guys can see it or not, but it's actually a little kid in the mirror that she's looking back at. So I feel like you're valuing the growth that you had made since you were a child. Like you noticed that jump from when you were a child to being like an adult and having the responsibility and carrying the weight that you've carried. And I feel like you have a sense of pride, a sense of honor, a dignity for how hard you've worked, how far you've come, how successful you've been. Sorry, I lost my words for a second. So I feel like there's this acknowledgement of Like, I feel like you're really happy and you're celebrating. There's February. I feel like Gemini. I feel like you're going to be coming into some success in like the beginning of the year, mid beginning part of the year. Like 2023 is going to be very abundant for you. There's going to be something that is very, like, you're going to be happy. I feel like you've put in energy into something. And even if you haven't been actively creating, like your aura is creating for you. Like we're always manifesting. We are always creating. And when you're in that, when you're sitting there and like, oh, and just observing people, and you see somebody be nice and like you're encouraged and you like to see things like that, right? Or you're just like, somebody said something nice or somebody did something nice. There's happy moments. You're just naturally sending out this energy that you want more of that. And likewise, when you're in that energy of like, dang, I'm late for work, right? I woke up late. Things aren't working out right now for me. When you're in that energy, then you're creating, you're always creating. But I feel like you're finding yourself, you're catching yourself when you're in that negative energy. And I feel like you're mindful to kind of change things around. And I feel like consciously or unconsciously, you've been like really creating a lot of things that is going to make you really happy. Like right now, you're manifesting your abundance. And I feel like it's amazing, beautiful things that you are creating. And in your future, you're going to be looking back at like, as impressed as you might be right now, Gemini, oh my God, how much more impressed you're going to be in a year, 5 years from now. Like you're creating something beautiful. I like this energy for you. Then you have well-being. So you're very much aware of what balances you. And I feel like you're maintaining that and manifesting that. I feel like there's something for sure coming in your near future for you that's going to like really you see the butterfly, right? The little blue butterfly right there. Not only are you inspired for something, but you have something in your environment. Again, you're creating something, Gemini. And I want you to see this. I hope you guys can see it. Right here, if you can see, those are all butterflies. Those are all like the butterflies. So it's expanding, it's creating, it's growing, it's multiplying. It's multiplying, I heard. It's multiplying. You're manifesting, and it's multiplying. Gemini, I'm so freaking excited for you. You're manifesting and it's multiplying. And that's underneath your friendship card. So I feel like your friends are going to help celebrate this for you. They might help encourage you or motivate you. They might be with you when you get this great news of like the success. You have psychic abilities underneath happiness, which is also under the butterfly, right? Where she's creating something. I feel like you're psychically aware of this. You're intuitively, you know something that, how do you say? You know that you're creating something right now. You know that there's something, whether you're actively creating something or whether you're like tapped into something, there's something that you're manifesting. You're in the works of creating it right now. And I feel like your intuition is telling you like it's just around the corner. I feel like you keep getting little glimpses of what it is. I feel like it's going to make you like super happy. Like there's something you know is intended and destined for you that you haven't been able to touch yet, but you get like glimpses of it. You like your intuition tells you about it. Then you have peace. So I feel like you're trying to like, again, like there might be moments where you tell yourself like you're tripping, like that's not gonna happen. I'm just like I'm thinking too much about it. I'm thinking too much about it. I want it more than what I can have it. And I don't know. I feel like this energy switches for you. But I feel like more often than not, you're in this energy of where you're confident, secure with whatever this intuition of yours is telling you. I feel like you have peace within you because you know something. I don't know if it's a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. There's something that you either want or you're trying to create. You're trying to develop and manifest something. And this balance that you have within yourself, I feel like it's inspiring to other people, but it's peaceful and calming to you. Like for other people, whatever energy this is for you, Gemini, like other people would be like kind of like confused and not sure how to behave in it, not sure what to do with it. But you look at it and you feel inspired, you feel motivated, you feel intrigued, you feel invested, you feel you want to know more, you want to do more with it. You're very smart and you process a lot of information within a small period of time. I feel like you're faster than most people you're faster than most people in your environment, right? So right now, I was just looking at the cards. I'm going to line them up. Hopefully you guys can see what I was seeing. So again, you see, like you can see it. You see how right here, whatever this is that you're trying to create, it's leading into the next. Like it's leading, which obviously what we do in this moment creates our next moment, right? So in every moment, own your power and your authority and integrity. But there's something you're trying to manifest and create. And you're the one, your intuition, whatever it is for you, person, place, or thing, you know what it is that, and it's manifesting, it's multiplying. Like right now, you just know about it. You're like, how do you say? It's like if you were gonna go to the grocery store and you're making dinner tonight and you have this bomb dinner and there's like a 50 there's a bunch of people coming over, right? Right now, you already know, like, you know what you're having. You already know what you're drinking. You know what the whole menu is going to look like. You're just sitting there, like, counting the people, writing out your grocery list, whatever it is for you, going to the grocery store, getting it. It's like multiplying, though. Like, it's not even that because this isn't a chore for you to do necessarily. For some of you, it might be. I'm getting like for sure. I don't know if it's a person, place, or thing. Like you want to create something, Gemini. Your intuition is telling you something, and you're setting it out there. You're allowing it to go out there, and it's multiplying, and it's going out into the universe. And I feel like multiple people are eventually going to be able to see it. They're gonna like. So remember at the beginning, right? You're happy right now. You're constantly manifesting. Your intuition is telling you and inspiring you for something. Right now, it's just one. But it's a big one, right? It's something that's for you. It's inspired for you. But headed into your future, you go from having it just like, okay, now I know more. Now instead of having just one, now I have a little bit more. I'm a bunch more. I'm a lot more intuitively inspired and connected with it. We're like I'm having the blueprint, the roadmap a lot clearer for me now. And then like I feel like it's like all of a sudden it like releases and has this full explosion where it's now just one. What started as one turned into like a million, turned into like a billion, turned into like filling up the galaxy. Like one turned into a million. I don't know if this is a thought, like you allowing something to happen, whether it's a motivation, you being willing to accept an idea, you being open to a relationship again, you being open to like somebody else being willing to do something for you. I don't know what it is for you, Gemini. For everybody, it's going to be different, but there's something that your intuition had kind of like told you hints about of like, hey, Gemini, look forward to this, get excited about this. And you kept like doubting it. Like, nah, I doubt it. That's probably not true. That sounds nice, but probably not true. But then I feel like you started to see it, right? You started to accept it. You started to be like, maybe that's true. Maybe. And then you finally allowed yourself to like Like, okay, I'm going to go ahead and feed into it. I'm going to accept it that, yeah, but it was more fun. It was more like an idea where it's finally turned into like it's being released into the environment, into the atmosphere, meaning it's turned into something physical. It's no longer just a thought. It's no longer just an idea about something. And it's giving you peace, joy, and clarity in a situation. Your truth is coming to light. Oh my God. You're going to be fucking big, Gemini. Sorry. You're going to be big. You have transformation. So whatever this is for you, and it reminded me of a little quilt, like the quilts your grandparents would make. So I don't know, some of you might have a quilt that reminds you of a grandmother, and you feel comforted, you feel peace when you're with that item, when you think of that memory, of when you think about being with that person. But I feel like there's something, and it's for your well-being. Something is for your betterment. There's some sort of transition, a change for your betterment coming in. Aw, you have reconciliation, but I don't feel like this is with a person. It might be for some of you. You might have somebody coming in from your past. We'll pull some energies on that. But for most of you, I feel like this is you, Gemini, right? The twins, the internal twins. I feel like this is you. I feel like this is you becoming more playful with yourself, more acceptant of yourself. And I feel like that's bringing in peace. That's bringing in abundance. That's developing your psychic skills and abilities. I feel like it's allowing some sort of clarity within your emotions as well. I feel like you're starting to express yourself more freely, more comfortably. You're starting to do things more. You're starting to like be yourself more. Like, you're just trying to go with the flow and accept that you are who you are. And you're trying to, like, you can love me or leave me, but I love me. Like, and you realize you can never leave you. So I feel like you're starting to like enjoy being with you. That's beautiful, Gemini. Right. Let's see if there's any other messages. We're going to go ahead and switch. Sorry. We're going to see what else is on here. Actually, because Spirit wants to use this deck again. Yeah, this is going to be the last message from this deck. And then I want to get into this one before we get off here. Gemini, I'm very proud of you. It looks like you've done a lot of healing, a lot of growing, a lot of maturing, a lot of accepting. You have truth again. What is this? What is it about the truth? Everything, right? Because the truth is everything. You can't handle the truth. I hope you're a Gemini that can handle the truth. I hope the truth doesn't stumble you and cause you to trip up. All right. Manifestation. Manifestation. So again, you're creating something. You need to be honest with yourself, whether you have the time to do it or not. You need to, there's something in regards to, you're creating something, but there's a hang up and you're not acknowledging it. You have finding, and look at the butterfly again. Butterflies are significant in this reading. And then you have this, you have lighten your load. And that was in the pre-messages a moment ago too. You have passion, what was also in the pre-messages as well. And then you have grieving. Sorry. Which, again, there's a big old butterfly at the top of there. So some sort of truth involves the manifestation. There's some sort of finding yourself in this, learning yourself, finding out something more about yourself. This card came out before, and I'm getting that message again. I feel like there's opportunities where you don't have to carry the load all by yourself, Gemini, but you don't want to ask either. You might also be trying to go above and beyond to help other people with their load. There's something where, like right now, whoever this resonates with, they're like carrying the world on their shoulders. And guys, don't force the messages. Take it as it resonates. And to see if something resonates or not, basically you tell yourself, my name is Crystal and my name is not Crystal. And you see the difference between lying to yourself and being honest with yourself. And that's how you know if something can resonate or not, whether you know it to be true or not. So I feel like there's an element about like you get frustrated, Gemini, and you like tell spirit. Like Gemini is a sign that we the bird is one of our spirit guides, our spirit animals, not guides. Well, some of you it might be have a bird for a spirit guide. But the bird is like our totem animal, basically, one of them. And I feel like when you get upset, like you tell spirit, like, do you see how he's like, I don't know if you can see the expression, but when you're frustrated, like you lean on spirit, you tell spirit how frustrated and how mad and sad and conflicted you are. And I feel like you go back and forth between like, I'm pissed off, I've like had it up to here and then some, and then like everything's okay, like it's gonna work out the way it's supposed to. I feel like you're like you go back and forth from those energies. There's something you're grieving, Gemini. There's something you haven't allowed yourself to like process. I heard process. Let's see, what about this finding card? You have the Empress and the Devil. You're trying to create something. You're very addicted to something that you're trying to create. You might be finding it hard to create this. You might be finding it hard to like fully bring this into fruition. There's some sort of like, there's an element of feeling like something's standing in your way, or it like you don't have enough of like time, resources, money, whatever it is for you. You're trying to get something off the ground, but something's standing in your way. And you haven't fully realized what that is. What is it? Eight of Pentacles. So you're working too hard. You're working a lot at something, or you need to work more at something. Strength card. This is impacting your confidence, or you need to be more confident. You need to take confidence into like, you need to use confidence in what you're working and building towards. Even though it's hard, even though it's like mentally confusing. I feel like for some of you, you have the Page of Wands. I feel like there's something that you've been inspired and motivated for. You have to work a lot to bring it into fruition, but it's going to lead you to be like really confident and stable. These lessons that you've learned that because of the struggles you've gone through, as difficult as it is, as hard as it's been, is mentally like, I feel like for some of you, like you felt completely depleted and like abandoned, neglected, alone, abused. I feel like there's been some sort of awareness, some sort of like inspiration that you've drawn from that. There's you're on a journey where you're like, it's been a hard journey. It's been a long, hard journey, but you're at the end of it where you've learned a lot of lessons. And I feel like you're looking back at it now and you're about to receive the reward from all the struggle and all the work. And I feel like it's going to be more than confidence. But I feel like you are an energy, whoever you are, you're somebody like people are intimidated by you. I feel like when you enter somebody's presence, like you carry a lot of weight. Like your energy is very noticeable. You're noticed. Your presence is noticed. Your creations are noticed. I feel like you do a lot, Gemini. Like you create a lot of things and people notice you. Lighten your load. Communicate. For some of you, you need to fill out some sort of documentation. This might be like an application for assistance in some way, shape, or form. Let's see how long we're on here, Rhonda. Let's see about money. So what you're trying to create. Let's see what comes out for passion, because I feel like that might be what you're passionate about. Money or this passion card. You have the Two of Pentacles, bringing something into balance, and the Six of Wands. So if this is in regards to money, there's something that, and if it's not, you need to use this advice for it. I just heard that. there's something that you're passionate about, that you're very excited about. You need to put action behind something that you're like inspired towards. There's something you're passionate about, but you don't act on something. I feel like you have a lot going on in the first place, which might be why you don't, but there's going to be a success in something. For some of you, there's like a career, there's a new job, a new business. There's something you're trying to manifest and create. I feel like it will help you to have more things in balance if you move forward towards this. Let's go ahead and we'll get into a career reading and see how that comes out for Gemini. Before we get into that, actually, let me read these cards. Justice. For some of you, you might be dealing with the court situation in some way, shape, or form. Transformation. There's going to be some sort of sudden change within it. I feel like some of you, you might have a change of judge, a change of like where it's held at. All right. Let's look at this. I kept wanting to see this. Transformation. I feel like this was just out with the other cards. There's definitely some sort of transformation Gemini has went through. I feel like you went through, like 2022 has taught, even before that. Like, I feel like life in general, but specifically this last year or two has been significant, where you've experienced growth. And I felt like you've started to like step in your power, where you started to accept things and realize like people are just people, and that you can't sway them. Like, even how honest you are with them, they're going to be as honest and as authentic as they want to be. They're going to put in as much as they want to or not. I feel like you've had a lot of growth within the last couple of years, Gemini. I feel like there's a card turned over in here. Self-reward. I feel like you might have a lot of self-indulgence. I feel like you went through a lot and you feel like it's only fair that you get to celebrate. And I agree with you, Gemini. You deserve to have good moments to be rewarded. All right, this will be our last shuffle. Sorry, one more. Gemini for February. Gemini for February. Bottom of the deck, you have Dreamwork. So Gemini, there's something that you, for some of you, you have your intuition speaks through your dreams. So make sure that you're listening to your dreams. Make sure you're writing them down if possible. But make sure you try to remember them when you first wake up. It's the easiest time to remember them, because there's something that your spirit team is trying to tell you. So make sure you're paying attention to your dreams. Okay, so you have Justice. For some of you, there's something that's going to come in and to balance things. Something that was unfair at one point is going to be transitioned. You have Let Go, the Blood Moon. This one's also the Blood Moon. Let Go. For some of you, you might have gotten a divorce, or are in the process of getting a divorce, or recently gotten a divorce, or wanting to get a divorce. You have creating. So Gemini, be mindful of what you're manifesting. You have gotten so many cards about creating a manifestation and things like that. So make sure that you're in that energy of always being mindful of sifting through your thoughts and filtering the energies. You don't want to be creating something from lack. You want to create from inspiration, from joy, from laughter, from inspiration, from abundance. You don't want to sit there and create from things that didn't work out and missing and and what if and remember when. You don't want that kind of energy. So just be careful where you're focusing your energy. And again, you have self-healing. Sorry. There's something you need to speak. There's a truth for some of you that you need to speak or acknowledge. Sorry. So self-healing. I feel like you have, I heard this quote one time. Sometimes your own energy is the best energy for you. And I'm getting that with this card. Sometimes we want to be, or sometimes we don't even want to be around other people. Sometimes our energy, our own energy is our best energy, is the best thing for us. It's the best medicine. It's the best like equalizer, I heard. It's the best equalizer. It helps you to settle down. And you're Gemini, so you're never really by yourself, right? I used to think that was so stupid when people said that. But now I feel like I definitely can understand why it was said. I feel like it like, depending on where you're at in your growth and your journey, that might be a phrase that you get annoyed by or inspired by. But I feel like there's something within you, like you have the power, no matter what it is. Like if you don't have the resources that you need, you have the ability to like alchemize things to get what you need together. You have the ability to like create the work that you need to, like, you are a creator. You're a manifester. That came out several times. You not only do you create for others, but you create for yourself. Like you are the person that people want on their team. You are the one that you can contribute to yourself and you can help others as well. You're not somebody who just does for themselves and is self-motivated. Like you're somebody who naturally has abundance. Your cup runs over so that other people can have from your saucer. Like you naturally have enough to give others. And even if it's not like financial, I feel like it's your energy. Like something about you feeds the people and the people, places, things, and animals, environments around you. And then you have take root, the snow moon. So there's Gemini, there's something within you that needs to be created. Like you need to allow it to come to fruition already. But I feel like there's something within you that you have to fully acknowledge and heal before you can fully like create whatever this is for you. You're inspired to do something. What is Spirit's advice for Gemini? For this message, what is Spirit's advice for Gemini on this message? Spirit's advice. All right, this is going to be our final shuffle. Spirit's advice for Gemini is to speak your truth, be honest with yourself and others, be clear with your, like, when you're thinking things, don't dismiss your thoughts, process your thoughts, run them through, allow them to finish through before you know or cut them off or respond to them. Allow them to process. Make sure that you're loving. When we get frustrated and confused, it's very easy for us to be a little combative and argumentative. It's easy to like kind of look at things from our perspective and then later have to go apologize to for something. So when you're communicating, make sure you're doing it out of passion but love. Make sure you're doing it out of passion and honesty and sincerity, but out of love as well. Make sure that your thoughts are healthy and loving as well. Your words and your thoughts. There's a disappointment that you've endured that you need to acknowledge. You keep running from this energy and it's impacting what you're creating in some way, shape, or form. So stop running from this energy and acknowledge whatever it is for you, Gemini. For some of you, it could be as simple as like you could have lost an animal. You could have lost a job. You could have lost a home. You could have lost like your shoe. Whatever it was for you, there's some sort of disappointment that you hold within you in some way that's impacting what you're creating. There's a need to bring balance, to restore internal balance and healing within yourself. There's still, like, I feel like you've been healing and you've been learning your lessons, but I feel like there's been a lot of busyness, right? So I don't feel like you've really had the time to sit down and fully process the thoughts and the energies behind all the lessons. I feel like there's a lot of activity going on, but there's still a need to like process some sort of learning lesson, to bring balance towards something that was once disappointing, or is, for some of you, it might still be disappointing. But it's important that you give yourself the time, and the respect to allow yourself to feel what you're feeling and process whatever energy that you're feeling and thinking about, so that way, like, whatever you're trying to manifest and create can take root, and those will be healthy, grounded roots, deep roots, solid roots. And then you have the Emperor. Yeah. So whatever it is that you're trying to manifest, that's funny. Whatever it is that you're trying to manifest and create, I'm going to show you guys. So right here, there was something, you need to be honest and truthful. Like, you need to communicate something that you feel like wasn't fair, wasn't truth. Like, acknowledge it within yourself. Quit running from it. Like, yes, there was definitely something done that was not fair, but you need to acknowledge it within yourself. For some of you, you need to speak it, but for some of you, it's just an acknowledgement within yourself. It's a thought process that you need to process. Then there's, like, in regards to letting something go, I felt like there's something you have, like, this. For some of you, you might be infatuated with somebody. Like, you put somebody on a pedestal, but you don't really know them. You don't know the deep details of them. You don't know them in their dark, ugly, secret moments. And I feel like you have, like, this, like, rose-colored glasses syndrome when it comes to this person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. But I feel like you're going to be letting go of that energy. There's going to be some sort of transition. For some of you, there's something that you were once wanting to create and manifest, but and you knew it. There was something you knew to be true about something, and you had love for this, but I felt like there was something that was done that was not fair. It wasn't good. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel balanced. It didn't feel like it was the correct next step, the right next step. I felt like something was done and you were completely thrown by how it came about. It wasn't the next logical, next best step. And you need to be honest with yourself about how you feel and what you're thinking about that. Because running from this disappointment is like, it's always there until you look at it. Until you look at it, heal it, fix it, correct it, whatever it is for you, learn from it, whatever it is for you. While you're creating something, there's always this energy that's impacting it in some way, shape, or form. It's always behind the scenes. It's always in the background. What you're manifesting, is beautiful it is, the majority of the time, there's always this like little thorn in your side. It bothers you, and it's there until you look at it and clean it out. Okay. And then you have like this self-healing. Nobody could do that but you, Gemini. Only you have the proper tools to look at yourself and clean that out, whether it's something from childhood, whether it's something from your parents, a relationship in your like younger years, your current relationship, whatever it is for you. There's some sort of disappointment that you need to be honest with yourself and realize that, yes, I feel that way, and I'm the only one who can fix it. Yes, I'm hurt, I'm disappointed, I'm discouraged, whatever it is for you, Gemini. You're the only one that can heal it within yourself, bring you balance, make things okay for you. You are the only one, my dear. You are the only one who can do it. But you're going to ultimately take root. You're ultimately going to have abundance and guidance in something, and like just blessings, and be able to start to fruition things that you've manifested. over the years. Like the things that you're in the process of creating right now and manifesting and investing the time, energy, and effort into it. Some of you, you're investing resources into something. It's going to take root. And when it does, it's going to fly off pretty quickly. You see her wings? And it looks like, for me down here, like it kind of looks like when jets take off, like the little smoke behind them. So I feel like something's going to take off really quickly after you transition and make this heal. Like there's something you need to balance internally. And once you do, something's going to really take off very quick. It's going to be very abundant for you. And you're going to be able to stand in your power. You're going to be very confident within this. It's going to be something very abundant for you. For everybody, it's different. Everybody's creating other things, different things at all the time. Aww. Yes, definitely rewind. There's a lot of it's kind of a long reading, which I'm doing a lot these days. But I feel like it's important like to get the messages out. Like when the cards come out, I never pick the cards because I don't want my energy to impact the reading. I just want what spirit throws out. So I always wait for what comes out, what throws out. But I always want to get the messages that come out. And we didn't do our cross today because I felt like there was like just messages. And the Celtic cross is like very specific and kind of, even though it's a general reading, it's more specific. And so I just wanted to take the time and see what like general messages Spirit wanted to provide to the collective for Gemini. So I'm very proud. It looks like there's been a lot of healing, a lot of transition going on, a lot of self-awareness as well. But there's still something that you need to stand in your power in regards to something you're going to like eventually you're creating something, Gemini. And when it takes off, it's going to take off good. Like you're going to be really happy that you invested this time, energy, and effort into whatever this was. But the only little thing is you need to sit there and like whatever you have these confusing emotions towards, you need to acknowledge that you feel how you feel about this person, place, or thing, whether you like it or not, whether you want to or not, you feel how you feel instead of running from it. And not everything is rose-colored glasses. Not everything is always nice. Not everything is going to work out. Like Mary Poppins, she had that spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, right? I feel like it's that energy of like, you try to sweeten it up as much as possible because medicine is bitter. It's gross. It doesn't taste good. But at the same time, it's necessary. It helps you to heal. It helps you to move on. It helps you to move on. So if you're in that energy of like, I can only take medicine if there's sugar, and you get to the point where you have no sugar, then you still have to take your medicine. And sometimes it's like, it's just better to get it done with and hurry up and take your medicine instead of hunting down the sugar. Sometimes just take down your medicine. And I feel like you are like standing in your power now. You're standing in your authority better than what you were before. You're recognizing your truth. I feel like you're calling people on their BS. You're not letting people walk over you anymore. You've learned your lesson. I'm getting there's still something within you that's confusing energy for you, though, in regards to something, how you feel. It relates to something that you feel something towards. But there's something you're trying to create. There's something you're wanting to manifest. And I feel like it's going to come in, Gemini. Like you are creating something from your dreams. Like you're going to have, like you want to have something that you dream about. I don't know if this is a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. There's something that you are genuinely passionate and inspired about. You feel an excitement. You feel a joy whenever you think about this person, place, or thing, whatever it's for you. There's an element of like, you have to stay grounded. You can't focus on that. That's not possible. Whatever it is for you. But you're still passionate about it. So you try not to think about it, but you find yourself thinking about it. I feel like there's going to be a moment where you instead of running from it, or instead of like, no, I don't feel that way, I don't want it, I don't think about it, you're going to realize the benefit of actually like, yes, I do. Yes, I'm interested in it. How does that work? What's involved with it? And I feel like just being open to that is going to create like some new experiences, new opportunities, new communication, new like new downloads, new insights. And I feel like the ball is just going to start to like, it's kind of like an avalanche. It's going to be like, it's just going to grow and it's going to pick up momentum. And I feel like once it starts to like actually like become a fruition and it's no longer something you're dreaming about and it's something you can actually physically touch, I feel like it's going to go so quick for you, whether it's a relationship, a new job, a new career, whatever it is for you. There's something you're inspired for. You're very happy about it. You have to decide something, though. There's a decision involved with this. But obviously, anything worth having, like you want to have choices involved with it, right? You want to think it through. You don't want to just run into nonsense and have something you've invested money, time, energy, effort into just falling apart because you didn't think it through. So whatever these decisions are, make sure that you follow your intuition, Gemini. You have a strong intuition. Whoever I'm reading for, your intuition has been guiding you this whole time. Your intuition, spirit, and your like internal team. There's something you're trying to create. You know that there was things that were You know that there was things that were done unfairly, but you still try to give it the benefit of the doubt and keep it pushing because you had something that, like, you had your eye on a prize. You had a goal, person, place, or thing. There was something you were trying to accomplish. And so you just kept moving forward. And it got to the point where, like, there's feelings that you feel that you try not to feel. And that impacts your creation. There's something you're trying to create. I feel like it doesn't have anything to do with whatever you're trying to ignore and avoid. They're definitely two different things, but they kind of intertwine. Take it as it resonates. But whatever this disappointment is for you, it's impacted your creating or the time process of your creating. So something that you could have had fruition in like a week, it's taking like a couple of months. For some of you, maybe even a year or two. Like there's a delayed process because your disconnection with understanding your thoughts and emotions that are tied up into something that you try to say isn't. I hope that made sense. Okay, guys. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. I'm going to go ahead and close this out for now. It's really early and I got to get up in a few hours for my first job. I got 2 jobs, but I'll be on here hopefully maybe tomorrow. I'm sending you lots of love and light. I'm very proud of you. I'm just going to acknowledge really quickly. You've definitely healed a lot. I'm going to pull, hold on. I'm going to pull some final cards for you actually really quick before I let you go. But I do want to say, I can see that you've been putting a lot of healing into yourself, Gemini. I feel like you've had a lot of realizations. I can see there's definitely something you're trying to create. There's something that you dream about. I don't know if it's a person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. There's something that you want and you dream about it, and you're going to be able to touch it at some point in time. So I'm very happy for you with that. I feel like it's going to be like a long delay before it comes in. But I feel like once it does finally come in, there's like this big, huge celebration and this moment of like once it starts to take root and to grow, it's going to be very quickly. Like, you know how some trees you plant them and it takes like 10 years for them to like really be solidified, and one tree you can plant and then like within a couple months, like it is solid as a rock. It's not moving. It's like its roots run deep. It's that kind of energy. Like it's gonna be like quickly solidified. Whatever this is for you, Gemini, I'm very happy for you. You're trying to create something. I can't say it, but you're starting to see the signs. You're starting to see your intuition was right. You're starting to get like little, what is it? Like confirmations, little serendipities. That's awesome. All right, this will be our last shuffle. And I'm not going to take pre-messages. So we're going to have one more shuffle. Thank you, Spirit, for Gemini for February. Gemini. I think that was it, but we'll go one more time. That was it. Sorry, one more. Okay. All right. So you have actions speak louder. Express your love through actions. So I'm telling you, Gemini, there's something, your thoughts, it needs to come into action. And I feel like your dreams, you're going to be able to touch them. It's going to go from a thought to an actual object, person, place, or thing, whatever it is for you. Take it as it resonates. So make sure you're taking whatever action you're inspired to take, make sure you're doing so. Then you have simple acts of kindness. Kindness energizes you and brings happiness to those around you. So I was saying this on a different reading too, and this card reminds me of that energy. Like sometimes when I'm in a good mood or in a bad mood, whatever mood I'm in, I like to do something nice for somebody else. And if I'm and if I'm in that energy of like, it doesn't matter if I'm in a good mood or a bad mood, but if I'm especially if I'm in a bad mood, like buying somebody's coffee or giving somebody a compliment, it makes me feel better. Like being nice and doing kind things for other people makes me feel better. So I feel like there's an energy within this of like speaking your truth, being honest within yourself, taking some sort of action forward, and like being kind to others and expecting the same in return. I wanted to include that as well. I don't know why, but expect the same in return. Expect kindness, Gemini. I feel like there's great blessings coming around the corner for you. Then you have embrace your emotions. I wonder why this came out. Embrace your emotions. Allow your feelings to surface and be accepted. Allow yourself to feel how you're feeling. It's okay. Stop running from it. You might not like the fact that you like a person, place, or thing, but feel how you feel because it's how you feel. You have to be accepting of yourself. If you don't accept yourself, who is? Who will? Who else is worth it anyways? Nobody's with you 24/7. Like when you're all alone, you're the only one surrounded with your thoughts. It's just you. So accept yourself. Be your own best friend. Everybody else is a compliment, right? It's more important that you value. It's more important that you value yourself and accept and appreciate yourself and respect yourself more than you seek that out of anybody else. And once you have it within yourself, naturally the people who have that for you as well will flood towards you. Then you have take a chance on love. When we love, our lives are changed forever. So for some of you, you just need to be opened to possibilities. For others of you, you need to acknowledge and accept that you feel how you feel towards somebody, that they might not feel the way that you do either. They might not feel the same that you feel about them. And that's okay too. Just acknowledge how you feel. Your feelings are your feelings, and that's okay. Hi, Sonny. I'm good. How are you? So then we have be in the present and dream of the future. When we dream, everything is possible. So we keep getting this dream card, Gemini. There's something that you're inspired and motivated for. There's something you dream towards. And then this card reminded me of that other energy where things are multiplying. So whatever it is that you're going to be coming into abundance. 2023 is your year. Yes, I love this for you. 2023 is your year. You're trying to manifest something. I feel like it's coming in towards you. I feel like you need to be present in the moment though, and live like whatever your inspired action is. You need to definitely do that, Gemini, at all times. Follow your inspired action. I feel like you're going to have some sort of like abundance there. I don't know if you're going to get the person, place, or thing, whatever it is. There's something that you've been wanting, and at a soul level, you've been creating it behind the scenes. And I feel like it's going to be like manifesting. It's going to come from your dreams into your physical reality. You're going to be able to touch it. Love who you are. Amen. Woo-hoo. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Amen. You have to know that about yourself before you can accept it in your environment. Sorry. No, I'm just doing like a general quick reading. I'll probably do some personal ones tomorrow. I'm gonna just finish up these, and then but tomorrow I'll be on and I'll be able to do a couple personal ones. My throat is starting to act up. I feel like I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. You have back to what you love. Reevaluate your desires. So Gemini, there's something that you're inspired for. There's something you want to create. There's something you're trying to do. There's a lot going on behind the scenes. Sony, I feel like keep an eye on this one, right? There's a lot going on and you're trying to manifest something. There's somebody in the background that you have your eye on, right? And you just need to continue creating what you're creating. Like, this is coming for you. It's coming towards you no matter what. There's something that you have, your intuition. There's something about something watches you. You're seeking something. You're waiting for something. Like, you see how she seeks that. Like, there's this like direct connection. But and you see all the butterflies again, guys. Like, what for some of you, like Sony, you're wanting your person. You're creating something. Your energy that when you're thinking of them, they're thinking of you. Like, you're sending out this energy. If this is a job for some of you, when you're thinking about, I want my next career to have this amount of money. I want things to look like this. What you're thinking about, you're creating about, you're bringing it about. So make sure you're being present in your environment. Nicia. Fuck, sorry, guys. Make sure that when you're creating things that you're taking into account, like whatever you're thinking about, you're always creating something. You're always on the path for your greatest good, even when you're not realizing it. Spirit's always trying to like redirect you to the path for your greatest and highest good. So be conscious of the things that you're thinking about, because you're thinking about them for a reason. There's something you have your eyes, your sight set on for a reason, and use your intuition to get there. Your final message is get to know each other, learn to meet others' needs for love. So again, I feel like there's for some of you, you might be learning new people. You had friends out here earlier. I feel like there's like a sense of like you're learning new habits of people. You're learning the environment. You're learning new things. For some of you, this might be a new person, but you're starting to learn yourself better. You're starting to learn people in your environment better. You're starting to learn your job better. You're starting to learn yourself better. You're starting to the things you find yourself thinking about. I feel like you're starting to like process those energies. I feel like you're, instead of like just dismissing everything, and I feel like you're actually like, and what you're trying to create about, like, I feel like it's inspiring you for more creations. There's still more elements that you need to know, though, in regards to what you're creating. You're manifesting something behind the scenes, Gemini, but there's still more to know about it. But at the same time, the more that you know about it, the more inspiration that you have. You're learning more about something, and it's going to help you to create more. Like, it's multiplying. I keep hearing it's multiplying. It's multiplying. This might be money for some of you. If this is emotions in a connection, it's going to be multiplying. It's going to be like, it's going to be strengthening and deepening quickly, very fast, very suddenly, within a short period of time. I feel like whatever it is for you, whether it's a person, place, or thing, a relationship, a job, resources, finances, whatever it is for you, there's something that you're inspired and motivated, and I feel like it's multiplying. If it's emotions, it's multiplying. It's getting bigger and better. It's growing. It's developing. It's increasing.
If it's money and resources, they're multiplying. There's like additional options, additional resources coming to the table. There's a lot more coming in for you because you've grown, you've grown to learn and love yourself, to respect and appreciate yourself. I feel like you've learned the lessons and you're valuing those experiences, even the hard ones. I feel like there's been moments of like things were definitely hard, but I felt like you've learned through them and you evaluate them. You appreciate them now. Not necessarily now, but you appreciate them more than what you might have before. All right. This has been your reading, Gemini. Until next time, I'm sending you lots of love and light. Be sure to be kind to yourself and others always. Bye.